Yes, bring on the snow. I'm Mike with House on the Mend, and this is the Patoolio 20-volt cordless snowblower. It was sent to me, full disclosure, for free for this independent review. Now in part one here, since we don't have any snow, we are going to unbox and assemble, which you definitely want to watch because there's quite a bit to it. We're also going to do a battery life test and an overall review of this snowblower. And as an added bonus, in the description below, I have an exclusive $10 off coupon. So let's get started.
House on the Mend.
Yeah, winter's on its way. Here we are in October, and you can see up there, that's the first snow of the season. So it's about time to start thinking about a snow shovel. Oh boy. Lots of pieces. All right, here's everything that comes in the package, completely unassembled. But we'll see how tough that is. So obviously this is the main snowblower head here. It's got a very hard plastic wheel or shoveler right there. Some baffles here. They look like they're freewheeling, as though maybe it can be adjusted. Let's see. Yes, step left, step right. Very cool. Look at that. It's really hard to turn. Okay, I like that. All right, we have a hole right here that's obviously going to receive the handle, so let's get started on that next. So the internal wire connects these three pieces of tubing together. Those are quite easy to line up. Just like that. All right, we have round-headed bolts that have a square part of the round head. Just below that is a little square. Those are going to fit perfectly into these square holes. All right, so let's do a washer, and we have these like tricorder hat looking knobs. Since there's three of those, I'm assuming one goes there, one goes to the handle, and one goes to this connection. Now, is this handle going to be something we want here? Probably, rather than here? Okay. Let's assume so. So you have to bend out this plastic. There we go. And get it into place. Nice. We'll take this much longer bolt, slip that through. There's a captive size side here for the hexagonal bolt head. Last washer and tricorder hat. Okay, this one will not thread onto the handle. It does have this little extra bit on here that doesn't seem necessary. So, let's cut it off. There. See if that makes a difference. There it goes. Okay. Anybody from engineering ever assembled this? Okay, at the bottom of the long wand and handle, there are three metal posts that look exactly like a electrical outlet, and those go straight through here. There's a little notch that meets that perfectly. And let's feel it. Yes. There we go. And you'll know you've done it right when these holes back here line up for these Allen wrench headed bolts. Good. All right, it's finally starting to bite. Now, none of this came with Loctite or nylon heads on the bolts. So we'll see if any of it comes loose during testing. And if it does, I'll put Loctite on it, but I like to try things out first without putting Loctite just to see what the average consumer would deal with. All right, what did that take me? 2-3 minutes, including my complaining, so not bad. Pretty weighty, but I think you would want that to dig into the snow, so I don't mind that. I think it said on the box, yep, 12 pounds. And while we're here, as you can see in this picture, comes with a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. That's the really extended way of saying 4 amp hour. Good size battery. Looking at 2,000 to 2,500 RPM. Any of you snowblower experts out there, is that good or bad? Fast or slow, just right? And the working temperature is -30 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically any time you might possibly find snow. Okay, really nice, refined looking battery. I like this black on green. Reminds me of another company, but nonetheless, all the edges are smooth, very nice. 4 amp hour battery, and it comes with its own cradle. So and it clicks in utilizing the release on the battery itself. We'll see what the color scheme looks like on that in a minute. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh, also it's got a battery life indicator right here on the battery, which I love. 3 out of 4 bars coming from the factory. To install it, couldn't be simpler. You just click it right into place below the handle. Now, to run the unit, you have a long green handle, so with gloved hands you can easily get in there and grab that and hold it to keep it running. And then we have a safety slot up here. I'll show you this close up. So you push that forward with your thumb, grab and hold, and away we go. Really couldn't be simpler. There is no speed control, anything like that. You just decide if you want to kick it straight with the baffles that way, pull out, twist for right, pull out, center, and over if you want to kick off the snow to the left. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but that is a little bit tough. All right, let's fully charge the battery and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, I ran into the bathroom real quick to charge this battery, which is probably why there's some echo. With nothing in the cradle, it has a constant green. Let's click it into place. It immediately turns red. I'm assuming that's indicating that it's charging since it's not blinking red. Well, nearly 2 hours to go from 3 bars to fully charged. Well, it is early Sunday morning, so to not wake anybody else up, I've got the snowblower in my van, and let's do a run test. I'm gonna close the door so I don't wake anyone up, and we will check on it every 10 minutes. First 10 minutes I can hear it going strong. Maybe slow down a little. Let's feel that battery. No heat at all on the battery. Down to 2 bars. All right, 15 minutes in. Sounds about the same. Still 2 bars. Atta boy. 30 minutes in. Wow. All right. Now I'm impressed. All right, 36 minutes in and all quiet. Still pretty impressive. And the battery is just barely warm. Well, now we get to see how long it takes to charge from 1 bar. So 3 hours and 20 minutes later, this battery was fully charged. Speaking of the battery, the manual says to store it in between 18 to 19.5 volts. A full charge, as you can see in this picture, at my test is 20.9 volts. So I would say probably 3 out of 4 bars would be a good long-term storage voltage for this lithium battery. It's going to be 68 degrees here, so if you get snow before we do, and then I can record and publish part 2, you should know that the auger here will run a row 13 inches wide and up to 8 inches deep. So for the best efficiency, the manual says to go downwind, so shoot so that the wind is going towards the direction you're throwing the snow. That way it's not coming back in your face. And to slightly overlap each pass. Well, my initial feedback is that the battery life, admittedly under no load, was pretty impressive. But the assembly process was really arduous, and this handle that you adjust the direction of the flow of outgoing snow is really hard to operate. Well, since there's no snow in the immediate forecast, Patoolio wanted me to put out a 2-part series so you could see the overall build quality and assembly steps for this snowblower, and I am excited to be using this, not this, the next early morning when my wife and daughter need this driveway shoveled out so they can get off to school. So if you found part 1 of this review helpful, will you please give it a thumbs up? It's really helpful to the channel. Also, please consider subscribing for part 2, as well as all the other tool reviews. And I have a current basement build series, always a lot of DIY stuff going on this channel. Now in the description below, so click the more and it brings the whole description up, you will find a link to Patoolio's website for this tool. And if you use my exclusive code, HOUSE10, you will get $10 US off of your purchase, which I think is pretty cool. And I want to thank Patoolio for sending me this tool without any preconceived notion other than how quickly I could get out a part 1 review. They didn't want to see the video ahead of time and give any editing input. Whenever I get situations like that, I refuse the tool review. So just send me the tool. Let me do the review. I will be honest. Until next time, thank you for watching.